Alright, let's try it one more time. Hey guys, it's me again. I am back in the basement, gonna show you another one of my guitars. This here is my 335 style kit guitar. It's built off of a Guitar Fetish kit. Basically came with a unfinished body and separate unfinished neck. All maple, both pieces, with a maple, very thin. I wouldn't call it a veneer, but it's definitely not a full thickness top. Flame maple and back as well. So I guess we'll call it a veneer for this sake here. This I finished with the neck and sides of the guitar. I finished with a walnut dye. The top I finished first with a black dye, and then I sort of sanded down to expose a little bit more of the figure and grain, and then put a blue dye on top, and then spray finished with rattle cans of a nitrocellulose lacquer, and probably about 12 coats. The neck I did as a finish, I used True Oil gunstock finish, and then a steel wool treatment for the back of the neck. I really find that gives you a super nice satiny feel, and it's hard to beat just as far as the feel of a neck. Yeah, this guitar, what else can I tell you about it? The headstock I cut out came as just sort of a flat paddle shape. I cut it into the sort of very familiar open book sort of design that you'd see on guitars that look like this one, just because it felt familiar and it felt like the right finish to put on it. Hardware wise, I've got some just Grover tuning machines on the headstock here. Good solid tuners, don't break the budget. Most of the hardware here at Electronics are all stock. I did replace the stock switch with a higher quality unit, but the pots, unfortunately, just due to the size of the F-holes that you have to feed them through, I could only use the mini pots that were supplied. I couldn't upgrade into a higher quality, like larger American-style pot. Pickups in the bridge, we've got the Burst Bucker Pro bridge. That I took out of my Les Paul when I swapped that one out for the GFS Custom Classic 59, I think it's called. And this is very much, it's a bridge pickup, it's lots of string definition. Very bright. But I find lacking a little bit of character. Going into the neck. This is a Seymour Duncan JB pickup. Obviously, doesn't quite have the brightness or the cut that the neck pickup does, but I find it's got a really nice warmth that you really want to hear in a guitar like this. And if I do need to cut through, oftentimes the middle position is a good sort of compromise. Gives you a little bit of that cut, but still is warm and doesn't feel necessarily as sterile as just the bridge. And in the middle, gives you a little bow. This guitar was kind of a pain in the butt to get into the playing condition that I wanted it to be in. But after I built it, glued the neck in, finished it, did my best setup, I still wasn't in love with it. I took it down to Lucas Roger at Beard Cell Guitars, had him sort of give it the full once over, and now it plays how you would want a guitar to play. It's easy to fret, but doesn't buzz or fret out at all. It's really, it's a pleasure to play this guitar, It's my favorite guitar these days to play, especially when there's not another guitar in whatever band or group I'm playing with. Just because it doesn't cut through necessarily as much as a lot of the single coil guitars that I have in my collection do. But it's warm and it feels good. It's the guitar that feels most like my musical voice, if that makes sense. If I give it just a little bit of drive. It's wonderful. It's warm. It's woolly. Again, flipping it over to the bridge just as comparison. A lot brighter. And then middle position. It sort of splits the difference. Like I said, I love this guitar. It's sort of my number one these days. It's been beat up, it's been dropped, it's been banged. Still surviving, haven't broken it yet. That is great, and I'm very happy about it. Obviously, it is just covered in dings and scratches and nicks, but nothing major and nothing that affects the playability, so that's the important stuff to me. Maybe I'll play y'all a little something here. Well, I think that's about all I can muster today. This is about take 5. My cameras keep dying for various reasons. Yeah. Until tomorrow, where I'll make another video. Although I'm running out of guitars, so it's going to start getting ugly.